Okay, I'm here. Hmm. Okay, somebody's here. Is it Lori? Lori, is that you? Who's here? Hey, Sue. How you doing? Yeah. Um. Oh, last week I just wasn't feeling it, and the week before I was on the road to get Sebastian. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it today. I thought, yeah, we'll do it. I got my coffee and my tea, and a little Quest cookie if I get hungry, because I hadn't eaten my lunch. I've been piddling around with stuff and didn't ever eat. I ate my breakfast, but I didn't eat my lunch. I had it planned. I have it, but I just, you know how you get busy sometimes. Hey, Allison. Yeah, Sue. I just really wasn't sure. It was like a last minute. Joan asked me, "You doing live?" I'm like, "Yeah." Got to go to the bathroom and get me a coffee. Listen, Mama came home yesterday. She's doing real good. She was excited to get home. She didn't even want me to stay. She just wanted to get in her bed. Her bed. So I did call her last night, and I'll call her here in a little bit. I don't like to call her, especially like after surgery. She might have slept till lunchtime, and I don't want to bother her. But I am going to call her after a while and see what time. Um, Not mental health, home health, home health comes. Um, he asked her, did she feel like she needed it? She doesn't need it for like walking or do anything like that. He'll just come in and check her blood pressure and just make sure she's overall doing good. And she said, I asked her when he was asking her, she really wasn't saying nothing. I said, do you think you would feel more comfortable having somebody come in a couple times a week just to check on your blood pressure and all this and that, because she was having issues with it in the hospital and some heart things going on. They got the cardiac team involved, and she said she would. I told the man, I said, then set her up. And he was asking her like where you want to go, and she didn't know, and he named off the one where I did my came and did my home PT for my knees. I said they're really nice there. I said pick that one. I don't know, Sue. She'll probably find out today. They called me yesterday, and they wanted to get in to see her today before the weekend. That way she will have a contact number if she needs them, and she can set up when she wants them to come, because she has certain times that she does things. That's why I told the lady, I said, no, I said, I'll call her and tell her that the nurse will call her either last night or this morning. I said, but I'm not going to set up an appointment time because she has her dog on a schedule and she's on a schedule. So I didn't try to schedule anything for her. So I'm not really sure how many times. Hey, Miss Sylvia, how's that old hip doing? Are you dancing a jig yet? I'm here to tell you this with her had to come up after my knees got done and healed because I couldn't have taken her to the hospital and walked as far as I had to walk to get to her. I'd have never made it. They'd have to put me in the wheelchair. I would never have made it. My back was bad enough, but with my knees the way they were, I couldn't walk. I couldn't attend to her in the hospital room because I was up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm telling you. Sitting is tiring, but sitting up and down and up and down, up and down is tiring. I couldn't have done it if I didn't have good knees. So golly, I'm thankful I got those things done when I did. I needed them to attend to her. Oh, you're driving already? Well, that's good. Listen, a man, we was sitting in the, if you watch my weighing or not, I don't know. I'll tell you anyway. We was sitting back in the pre-op, and she was laying in the bed, and I was sitting like the bed was here, and I was sitting here, and the curtain, that they pull was like pulled up right beside me, so I couldn't see, what was going on. And this man comes by and sticks his hand in. All I see is this. Well, hey, how you doing? I pulled that curtain back. I said, let me see who's talking to my mama. Because I mean, who just rolls up on you in the pre-op at the hospital? It's a man who goes to her lunch club. His wife fell and broke her hip, so she was getting her hip fixed. He comes see Mama every day, but she didn't have a total hip replacement. She had a partial hip, so I'm not really sure what part of it. Yours was total, right, Sylvia? Yeah, I thought so. But anyway, she's glad to be home. I kept thinking this morning because I've gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I got up this morning. I was unloading the dishwasher and things. I'm like, I got to figure out what I got to get ready for supper and get my lunch packed and my bag packed and everything. I'm like, no, you don't have to go nowhere today. Hey, Terry, what you crocheting today? Anything special? A fox square. Oh, I don't know what that is. Do you put them together to make an Afghan or something? Is it a type of square? Like a granny square is a square? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, is it, Sylvia? Are you still in physical therapy? Shouldn't it be down by now? Hadn't it been? How many weeks has it been? 5 weeks. Did the doctor say it was going to take that long? It would still be swollen up that long? That seems like a long time. For months? Well, they told me my knees could stay swollen for months and hurt and crack and all these things, and it ain't done none of that, luckily. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all here again. I'm just repeating stuff from my way in, but everybody don't watch everything. So guess what? You get what you come to my live. You get what you get. That coffee machine was off the hook. I can't even imagine how much it costs. But if I ever get rich, I'm gonna track down the maker of it, and I'm gonna have one installed in my kitchen. It's about the screen is a touch screen, and you just touch to begin, and it shows you pictures. They're like in little coffee cups and this and that, different colors of what you want, coffees and lattes and mocha things and this and that and hot chocolate and blah blah blah. And you just punch what you want, and then it brings it up. You want the smaller, the large. I don't. There was beans on this side. I didn't touch them. I don't know what they did. And then you just tap it to begin, and out comes your coffee. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. I hear you, Sylvia. I need to get back to walking. I really do. It's cold out there today for some reason, but it's nice and sunshiny. But it's supposed to start getting up into the 80s in the next few days, I think. That would be perfect time to walk. Listen, y'all know we had to put the tiller in the shop, right? Because David, he's just like, he can't figure out what he was trying to do. He says, I'm just taking it somewhere. Well, the man finally called him today to tell him what was wrong with it. Guess what? Everything that's wrong with it came from the factory that way. Yes. So had we been able to till last year when we bought it, he could have returned it. But we've had it over a year, and so there's no way he could take it back to Home Depot and say, hey, we got one defective from the factory, so we're stuck with paying for it. So I don't know when we'll get that back, but maybe it'll be dried up because it's rained the past few days. Maybe it'll be dried up enough to work that garden over. I don't know if he's going to try to limp that tractor down there with the hydraulics messed up or not. I don't know what he's going to do. The knee I need surgery on is really starting to hurt bad since my hip surgery. I'm still scared about the knee surgery, but I'm more inclined to get it now. Oh, yes, honey, get it. And I understand about when you get one thing, when you got several things on your body that hurt. I experienced this with my knees. It was my back. My back was, oh my gosh, I was in dire need of surgery. I couldn't, I was in pain so much. Sometimes I would just bend over and just hang my head and slobber would just fall out of my mouth because I couldn't hardly breathe. It was so much pain. And it's weird. I think it's just settled down where it has twisted and carried on what it's going to do down as far as it can do without everything now would probably have to just bulge out of the of the way. But oh my gosh, I had to have my back fixed. And then my knee started acting up really bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I can't walk. So when my knees come out as bad as they took precedence over my back, right? Well, my knees were the main source of my pain. My back never quit hurting, but the main source of my pain was my knees. Well, then when I got my knees fixed, all of a sudden my back said, "Ooh, you remember me?" And it started hurting. It's hurting right now. It hurts all the time. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You got the one pain that was probably your worst pain taken care of, and now the other one is like knocking on the door. Okay, let me back in. So, but don't be scared to get that knee surgery. If you're going through hip surgery, you can do a knee. I'm not gonna say if your first one is the good one or the bad one. They say you get a good one, you get a bad one. One that's easy and one that's not so easy. My easy one was first. My second one, it was not that easy. But no matter what, it's like having a baby. I don't remember that pain. I know I had pain. I don't remember it. I can't feel it. I am just thankful for my knees. So don't be scared to do it. Just don't be scared to do it. Is anybody else going to talk? I have the dullest lives. Nobody jumps in. I don't have anything entertaining to give y'all. Y'all got to give me something to talk about. 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 Not politics or religion, because we don't do that on my channel. I know there's not many of us in here. Yes, you can vent, Terry. That's what we are here for. We are here to support one another. You vent all you want. Oh, my belly's going crazy. I'm hoping next week I have a better loss than this week. But this week, 10 more pounds and I'll be starting at my starting weight before I was in. Oh, Lord. 10 more pounds. And I know because we talked the things you've tried. Are you just, well, you went back to Weight Watchers. Are you doing your points now? Or did you decide to not do those? Oh, Sylvia, I gained when I had my knees done. When you sit and you don't do nothing and you eat, because that's all I wanted to do when I was sitting was eat. I ain't lost it yet. I'm up. I'm getting too high. I got to get back down to where I was when I had my surgery. What are you doing, Terry? Are you doing Weight Watchers or are you doing something else? Fell off the last couple of weeks because I was so disappointed that tracking points wasn't making a difference, but still eating about the same way. Listen, I understand because it's so easy to just throw up your hands in just kind of like a despair, just like, well, what do I do? And you kind of give up a little bit. I understand it because I've given up. I ain't never quit, whether I was on plan or off plan. I still hung in there, and I would, get turned around. I'd get back on some kind of plan because I've been on all of them. But I've been there where I've just been like so exasperated with the whole thing. I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. And I've given up and I've fell off some days. Oh, honey, there's been some eating days in my life, let me tell you. So don't feel alone in that, Terry, at all. I'm going to tell you what, knock on wood, over here's some wood. I'm loving my Simply Feeling. I'm so glad I went back. And Joan was like, stay with it. I'm like, I am. She said, you were successful with it. You like it? I said, I do. I actually enjoy eating the Simply Feeling way. I do. I enjoy it. So I'll keep doing it. What's everybody else doing? Anything particular? You have to practice some real mindful eating with Simply Feeling. Yeah, you can have all these things for 0 points, but you can't eat unlimited quantities because that's not what it's about. Ooh, my hair. Y'all know what? I ain't stuck a brush to my hair since I got out of bed. This is how I got out of bed. You looking at it? I don't care. I think the only reason it's not sticking straight up back there because I wear that CPAP and it goes around my head right there is because I didn't stay in bed all night. I woke up 2:30 and I tried to lay back down and I just when I can't get comfortable with my back, I just get on up. And I'm sleepy right now. And I went in there, sat in the chair, and I sat up a while, and I slept a while. You crocheting possums? Oh, I'd like to see that. Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that. Sylvia says her daughter has to go in for a breast biopsy next week. So I will have to reschedule my PT appointment. She is so scared, but I'm trying to stay positive. I survived it, and so will she. Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvia. I know she's scared. I know she's scared. Bless her heart. Well, everybody think about and pray for Sylvia's daughter next week. Okay, do it. Do it. I want to see it. Oh, there's trouble. Trouble's in the house. Miss Louise. Yes, Louise. Listen, I ain't had my annual physical in several years because I've not been able to get up on the table. Even though they pulled the bottom step out, to get up on the exam table, my knees, I couldn't get up and get back down without falling. Fear of it desperately. And I kept telling my primary, she does that stuff too. I said, when I can get up and down off this table, I will let you do it. And so when I saw her a couple months ago, whenever that was for my checkup, she was proud of my knees. I had them and everything. She said, you get on that table? I said, I think I can. She said, okay, you're having your annual. So I go in June to get that done. I am too, Sylvia. Uh-oh, Deb says must be the name. Her mama's name is Louise, and she's trouble, but in a fun way. Louise is trouble in a fun way, too. Listen, Sylvia, I am sitting in a craft room, and I'm jealous of these people that does stuff I can't do. A whole lot more craftier than me. Oh, you did it in December. Well, back when I was pregnant with Holly, I had a bad result, and I had to have a procedure done when I was pregnant with her. And I'm gonna tell you what, I was scared out of my mind because I just knew they was gonna do something to hurt my baby, because I was just very early pregnancy, and after that I said, "Oh my gosh, I'll never not get one." But then life comes along, and then you forget, and before you know it, it's been 2 years and 3 years. I let myself go too long because that's something you gotta take care of, ladies. Hey, Lori. No, she didn't, Terry. I do love my junk journals. Of course, I hadn't worked on them in a few weeks. Oh, that's good, Louise. Female issues. Is that what you're talking about, Louise? Yes, she did, Louise. She had her hip replaced. We were just talking about that earlier. She's 5 weeks out. I have something called Ramsay Hunt. It damages facial nerves. It messed with my taste buds, and food is bland. Any hints for the mental game? I keep eating, trying to get some good tasting food. Oh, Sue, I can relate through my mama. Many years ago, she had pneumonia. She was terribly sick, and when she finally got over it, she lost her sense of smell and her sense of taste. And I told her one time, and to this day, I'll still say, "You smell that?" Like I said it whenever I got her in the car, taking her home from the hospital yesterday. Somewhere around there, they were charcoaling. It was a restaurant. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you smell that?" I'm like, "Sorry, I keep forgetting." You think I would? It's just a reaction. But I asked her one time. I said, "Looks to me like if you can't taste food, that'd be the easiest way to lose weight." And she said, "No." She said, "It's just the opposite." She said, "I keep eating and eating and eating, trying to find that taste, trying to find that flavor, that texture, something to make me think that I'm eating something good." So I know what you're talking about, Sue, 100%. I don't know how to play. I don't know what kind of mind game you have to play with yourself to. I just don't know, Sue. That's a hard one. I mean, that's a hard one because you're dealing with something physical. It's not just your mind that you have to fight. You have to fight that physical issue that you have with wanting to actually taste your food. If you could taste something healthy, you might could keep eating healthy. But at your point, you're wanting to taste anything. And I can imagine. I don't anybody got any um hints for Sue? I'm at a loss. I'm totally at a loss. When COVID was rampant, a lot lost their taste and heard about citrus fruit. Oh, wait a minute. I got top chat on. Why does it always, if I miss anybody saying anything, I so much apologize. This, when you go live, automatically, let me scroll back here. I don't think I missed nothing. It automatically goes to top chat, which I don't know what constitutes a top chat, instead of live chat, which is every single thing that comes through. And it defaults to top chat. So I don't get it. Does anybody have any hints or tricks for Sue how to get out of that mind? The mind and the taste buds are not working together because the taste buds don't work anymore. And she wants to taste that food, whatever it is. I don't know. Pick something. She wants to taste salad dressing, you know, and she's just eating a salad that has no flavor. So then she's like, "Oh well, the salad ain't good. I think I want a little Debbie cake." And then the little Debbie cake don't do it. And then who knows what you go to. So I feel sorry for you, Sue. I don't know what to say because my mama went through it, and she just eats right now hardly anything. She just picks at her food. And I know before, like she'll eat something, she'll go, "I know this is good because it chews good," you know. So I don't know. Maybe find some healthy foods that chew good, that give you a good texture in your mouth, and maybe you can like get your brain to remember what it tastes like. So I ask y'all a while ago, what's everybody doing? What kind of diet are you on? Because there are diets. What kind of eating plan are you on? Anybody gonna tell me? Anybody? Me too, Sue. I wish I could too, and I taste my food. I wish I knew that food was nourishment and not enjoyment, because food's enjoyment to me. I know there's things I need to eat that are for nourishment and all that, but still, you want to enjoy your food too. So Sylvia, don't diet. Terry, do it with me. Do it with me. I'll be your Simply Feeling buddy. Just let me know. Let me know how I can help, what we can do, how we can support each other. Sue says citrus is horribly bitter now. Listen, bitter citrus is terrible. Like when you get that pith, isn't that what they call it? The pith, the white part on the maybe vinegar, hot sauce. Yeah, you could try hot sauce. Rise and Shine Suburban Homestead. Who could that be? It's Miss Joni. You didn't miss nothing, Joan. Ain't nobody talking to me. People talk to you left and right. Don't nobody talk to me. I just sit here like a deer stuck in headlights. Oh, can you taste it, Sue, a little bit? Lori needs to get off her butt. Get not off her butt. Get her butt in gear, and either listen to my hunger cues with intuitive eating, or maybe do Simply Feeling again. But hubby won't eat the whole wheat stuff. Well, that's where you'll have to. I hate to say cook two different things, but if you're on one eating plan and he won't eat it, and you have to feed him, you might have to make that sacrifice. Oh, the baby's screaming. Ain't it been screaming all week, John? It's just right up the road from us, so I don't know. It's because they deliver it fresh out of their little things, so I don't know if they go that far, Deb. Mine too, John. I told y'all give me something to talk about. Give me a topic. Give me something. Glucose from the blood work last week wasn't as bad as I thought. Doctor just told me to do some of the stuff with reducing cholesterol. Well, that's good, Lori. My cholesterol was too high for her when she checked my blood this time. She said, "Oh, your cholesterol is horrible." So I quit taking that statin because it made me feel terrible. So she said, "Well, let's try something else." She said, "It's not as effective, but we'll try it." I'm like, "Okay." So I don't feel bad with this, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Um, so, not a pre-diabetic. Do you put out bird feeders? I have a couple of hummingbirds. No, I don't, Terry. I got that big old tree in the front. I could definitely hang some from, but I would be the one who would never go out there and keep up with the bird food. So I don't. I would like to have one of those you stick on your glass, your window, and put it in here on my kitchen window and see the hummingbirds come up. That would be nice. John says best way to reduce cholesterol is exercise. Yeah, but do we do it? 3 or 4 hummingbirds coming to the feeder. They're so cute. Oh, your feeder's only been out 2 weeks and they come back? Well, they was waiting. They was in hiding somewhere waiting. Louise, I did my doctor appointment and she took me off the meds I wanted off. Still won't let me off that metformin. Oh, I was glad to get off that. Lori says she can watch exercise for hours. Let's see, Sylvia. I was doing okay until I went to visit my mother-in-law today. She has dementia and she is starting to not get the cues to go to the bathroom. They may have to move her over to memory care. Oh, See, David was trying to tend to his mama because she said, "Let me stay at home as long as I can," and she um, lost it in the bathroom area. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And it was not good for him. And so she had to go somewhere. He could not take care of her. She had the dementia and all that. She was at a point where he couldn't take care of her with the excessive needs that she had. Look it up, Louise. It could be. That's what Lori said. This metformin smells. I never smelled it. I took it for years and I never smelled it. Well, why won't she take you off of it? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have so many medicines that goes together. I just can't tell. I never could tell. Never smelled it. Never tasted it. Nothing. Well, why won't she take you off of it? Is your A1C too high or something? A1C never changed. Huh. I don't know. I got fussed at because I took myself off of that statin. Because I told her, she said, "You don't take medicine. Stop taking medicine without telling me." I'm like, well, I did. 6.5. I think that might be in the pre-diabetic range. Is it? A nurse or action? What? And she says that is Vistas was evil. I don't know what. What, Louise? Are you doing voice to text? Oh, simvastatin. I got you. That is the one I was on. No, I was on a torvastatin. It made me feel terrible. Okay, Terry, I was thinking so. David's on amlodipine. That's blood pressure, ain't it? Amlodipine, blood pressure. That's what I think that's the one they just put my mama on. Yeah. They put her on 3 new ones. Since from the hospital stay. And that was for her heart, not her lungs. Excuse me momentarily. Is that a word, momentarily? I think it is. Yeah, it is. I know I saw it, John. Listen, let me knock on wood again. That's the second time during this conversation. My legs and feet and ankles have quit swelling since I lost the weight that I lost and had my knees done. I don't swell anymore. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't. I got to come off my fluid pill. I was taking 3 a day. I got to come off of that. So That's very exciting. Yes, I am. I got to wear a pair of shoes to the hospital that I bought that my feet and ankles used to spill over and look like Fred Flintstone. But I got to wear them to the hospital one day this week. I wasn't sure I was be able to walk in them. And sure enough, I was, and they looked all right to me. But swelling in the legs is it does make it hard to walk, Louise. Honey, you preach to the choir. I used to swell up like daggum tree trunks. My mama swells, and she don't know why, but she swells. She swells. Her whole body swells, and she ain't big as a minute. Skin and bones. Bless her heart. She's just skin and bones. Can't get her to eat. I told her to take some Ensure. Now you can get her to eat chocolate. She'll eat that. You have to stop associating your issues with being a bad thing I have done. Well, what could you have done to cause leg swelling or whatever else kind of problems you have? You're just saying generically, um, you got to stop doing it. Just most definitely, Louise. If you get a hangnail and you're overweight, that's why. It's about the size of it. And everybody, they even told my mama when she was checking out and they was going over the discharge papers. Do blah 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 and go on the Mediterranean diet. I looked at that little nurse. I said, all y'all people in this system pushes that Mediterranean diet. They do. That's what my doctor pushes. She pushes and pushes. I'm not doing it. I tried it. It did not work for me. I can't eat that way. Second line is obese. First line. Any of y'all done the Mediterranean diet? Too many vegetables and fish for us. And it limits your red meat, and we like red meat. So it was too limiting for us. Half your plate and vegetables. That's what that dietitian told me. I tried it. I gave it my all, and I could not do it. I just couldn't. Our vegetables are carby. That's what we like. That's how we was raised. So no, they ain't gonna leave that out, Louise. Goodness gracious. That's gonna be front and center. Yeah, Lori. And if you like red meat, you got to limit that. Yeah. Same here, Terry. We like our cow. And all the vegetables, that are not carb vegetables, we can't eat that many. We tried. I tried every vegetable that I thought we would eat. And gosh, we couldn't do it. I listen, there you go, Louise. They all push it. They all push it. I bet you money. I bet you money's sitting here. They don't do it. No, I'll guarantee you they don't. Once a week, Lori. Ooh, you tell my birthday twin to stop that. Oh my gosh. Now we give up pork because of David's gout. Except for this week, he wanted regular pork sausage nieces for breakfast, and we're just hoping that it don't affect him. Yeah, they give you drugs left and right. Now, when is that, Lori? Excuse me. April 22nd. Mr. 12. Oh, 10 days. I get to babysit Jacob. I never get to babysit him. He's always with his mama. But I get to babysit him, I think it's Friday the 19th. Nathan's birthday, and they want to go out to eat and go to a movie. So I'm going down there to his house. So he'll have his toys and his bed, and it'll be easier on him than them coming here, dropping him off and leaving, because then he'll be standing at the door. So he might be able to take it better if he's at his own house. So I'm excited about that. Jones says the doctors do not try to fix the problems. They just throw more pills at people. If your doctor is not asking you about what you eat, how do you sleep, and what exercise you do, time to find a new doctor. Yeah, mine bugs the snot out of me. I'm like, yeah. No. What'd she tell me? She says, try to do. She told me how much exercise to do because, listen, mine does. She asked me these things. I can't remember what she said. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's also the day my car goes to be repaired from when I got all back then to at Trader Joe's for her birthday. $2,000 in damage? And a week with the rental car, $2,000 getting back into was $2,000 worth of damage. He must have hit you good. Probably shocked because people don't take lists anymore. I do. If I got things I want to remember, I write a list. I take it in. I used to have just a notebook that I carried in my pocketbook when I went to the doctors all the time. I don't go nearly as much as I used to. I had specialists for every part of your body. And so I would take it and keep my notes and questions and all that in that little notebook. A bumper is $2,000. Are you kidding me? Driver's side between both doors. I'm glad he didn't hit it straight on your door, your driver's door. Oh, did you stay longer, Louise? Listen, it happens. I've had some appointments that nothing was wrong. Okay, cool. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm out. And then some is just, I remember I had one with my primary care, the one who delivered Holly, and I was having a breakdown. This is before he diagnosed me with postpartum depression, or right about the same time. And I was having a breakdown in the um, doctor's office. They took me to another room, and I sat there for, I don't know how many hours. And in between his patients, he would come there and check on me. And I was having a meltdown. And I literally stayed there for hours. And he literally come in and checked on me between his patients. And then I got, medication, fixed that. Oh, well, that's good. The door's open. You can still drive it. Well, John says it makes her crazy to see a snack basket that they have out for the chemo patients. Nothing but crap, absolute crap. It's kind of, they want to supply them with snacks if they need it, but at the same time, you think cancer center would be more focused on nutrition and have things like that out there, because don't a lot of cancer patients have to see a nutritionist to tell them how to eat? So if they tell you how to eat a certain way, they shouldn't have those snacks out there. That's right, Louise. Stand your ground. I'm glad you did, girl. Oh, Louise, the schools here serve the most um, convenient foods that they have no regard for any nutrition. That's for sure. They just go for taste, stuff the kids like. Oh yes, and they have a drink machine. Yes, yes. You put stuff in like nuts, and I'm sure that's Lara bars or things that they have chips, pretzels, cookies, and not even quality ones. I mean, name brand, but just full of crap. Yeah, they could pick different stuff if they wanted to. They sure could. It just strikes me as odd that that would be at a cancer center. I could see it at uh, some regular something you go to, having those kind of snacks. But it is, and I eat processed food, so it's not like I'm saying I don't. But if they give you nutritional advice having cancer, it looks like they would take their own advice with their snack baskets. Well, you don't, Louise. Lori says you don't really even know it until you end up with a friend like Joan and you start looking at labels. Well, here's my problem. I don't look at labels because Joan knows, because I'm just the opposite of her. I know I should. I should look at labels. Why is my phone beeping like that? I should read labels. I should worry about these things, but I don't. I'm just, I ain't no sense to stand here and lie to you about it. Uh, As Holly would say, I just am who I am. Oh, Louise says we spent a long time looking at energy bars for my son. I'm going to start making myself energy balls. Oh, you can find lots of recipes out there on the internet. I made some pumpkin pistachio. Absolutely delicious. Delicious. The recipe is on my website. She does, Terry. She works at a eye doctor's office. And she goes to schools, and she's fixing to start an internship. So she is, oh, she's very busy. She's a very busy girl. It's very good. Since my mouth has gotten more sensitive to spice, it's not hot, but I probably could back up on the pumpkin pie spice. But I mean, it's still good. But I think it's just my sensitive um, taste buds and whatnot. Yeah. Now I'm letting her off the hook. Our thing is if you're gonna eat, you're gonna work in the garden, but she don't have time. She literally has no time. If she's not working, she's doing schoolwork, homework, attending lectures because she goes to school online, and so I'm not I'm not pushing that one. Yes, Louise, I have heard that. I do own it, Joan. Joan says that's what y'all love about me. I don't try to be someone I'm not. I do not. Hey, Kathy. Do a search, Louise. You're gonna wean yourself off the metformin and just monitor my usage. I really think it's what's killing my feet and the nerves. Look it up. Look it up. See if that's a side effect. Terry, she is studying. Oh, I don't. It's something with. It's in psychology. She wants to work in psychology. And I can't remember exactly what it is, but she got a good head on her shoulders. Hey, Ashley. Oh, thank you. Jackie says, good morning. I guess it is kind of morning from California. Well, thank you, Louise. And oh, Lou. You ain't missed it. We here. We still here. I ain't left yet. Yep. See, Kathy just got here. Jackie just got here. Ashley just got here. Well, I'm still sitting here, so if y'all give me something to talk about, I'll talk. And we got more people in here now. Listen, I'm looking there at the thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Go like it. How's the garden? The garden is, we've not done anything else to it since the first video because the tiller broke and it's in the shop. They're working on it now because David told them to go ahead and do whatever it was that they said they had to do. And so it's just sitting there waiting on us to finish. It needs to be tilled up a time or two more. Lou's not on her A game lately. Been there so many times, Lou, it ain't even funny. I ain't sometimes on my B game. How was your hometown, Charleston? Oh, I'm like, I didn't go down to Charleston, South Carolina. Same as always. You go up the road, they doing construction. Now there's at that exit 90, I don't know, 95, 98, whatever. They got the big metal bridges. The last time we went up there, they was doing something to it. We couldn't tell what. Well, they painted it, the West Virginia colors. One side of it is that blue, and one side of it is that yellow, and it is so pretty. Hey, Julie. Listen, Mama's doing good, Kathy. She went home yesterday, and she was so excited to go home and just get in her bed. She wanted me to leave. She didn't want me to stay. She's doing real good. She really is. Lou, there. Did that help? Jackie, you got that right. Good protein powder with clean ingredients. Even the crappy ingredients is high priced. Where'd they get the from the rain, Louise? A foot of water from the rain? Listen, the protein powder I use is Quest because that's what I bought when I had my gastric bypass, and I bought 3 flavors. I've still got some of each of it. I hadn't used all of it yet, but I don't know what the ingredients are. I just know it tasted okay. Oh, I'm like, share. Ashley says, when do you have to track points for Simply Feeling? What are the macros you use, like protein? I don't. I don't do any macros. I don't fuss with that. Simply Feeling, you don't have any daily points, 0 daily points, and you get 49 weekly points. That's all you have to track. 49 points during the week. That's it. 49 points. The rest of it, you just eat until you feel satisfied. Not overeat so you feel, oh, but just until you know. And if and it says if you're still hungry, legit hungry, eat. That's what it says. He's burnt. Is it been dry up there? Oh, that's all right. You found me. Joan says she don't do protein powder, but the very, very, very best one out there is by Just Ingredients. That's the name of the company. It's expensive, but it's 100% clean. Just Ingredients. I don't think I've heard of that one. I'm sure it is expensive. Like I was saying, even the crab wings are expensive. Well, you do have to watch your portions, Jackie. Kathy says, how is J Rob protein? I've never heard of that one either, Kathy. And he's burning his leaves. Why don't he? Does the city not come and collect them? Our city comes and collects them. They have certain. Yesterday, Joanne. Hey, Ann. But our town, they have certain like month, this month through whatever month. There's a lot of months in the year it goes, and then you have scheduled weeks that they'll come to loose leaf pickup where you just push it out to the road, and they come with that big vacuum thing and suck them all up, or you can bag them up. That's right, Joanne. Uh-huh. Louise, you got that right. Louise talking about she reads the labels and she's amazed at what the portion is. Yes, the portion ain't what you think. Mm-mm. No, it sure is not. You might think a portion is this much, and it's really this much. That's why we got to get good at tracking, not tracking, weighing and measuring and whatnot. I've been doing that since I've been back on Simple Feeling. May starts no burn. Well, what good is that going to do if you burns your house down for then? I don't understand people. Don't they know fire is dangerous? And the wind come get it and blow it onto your land or your house, set a spark of something. Is he got them in a burn barrel, or is he just setting them in a pile and burning them? Can of Campbell's soup was 1.5, 1.5 servings for the can. I had beef and barley. I actually took the veg and stuff, and it only came to a half a cup. Pile them up. Good grief. Kathy got one of them neighbors too. Yeah, you don't get much of the good stuff in there. When did he do that, Louise? Set the back of her yard on fire. Seriously, Louise? I believe I would call the police, the city, somebody. Very next day, he was at it again. I'd have called him again. I'd call him right now. Do you have a burning ban in place? We're so wet right now, we probably don't. But once it starts drying up, they'll put a burning ban in place around here in a minute. Oh my lord, oh my lord, Louise. Canned soups are high in sodium. Listen, speaking of chickens, I forgot to tell you, Joan. I was coming back. I had to do a little small food line order because I need coffee this morning, and I was coming back, and the road I was on, there's a housing development over to the right, but all the way the length of that housing development are trees and pine trees for a barrier between that and the road. And the bottom, they keep it up. I mean, them people keep it up pretty. Um, and it's like on a little hill, pine needles and stuff. There was a random black chicken out there in the pine needles beside the road. I don't know who over there has chickens, but they was one loose. I thought about Joan, and I forgot to tell her. uh, listen, I still eat canned soups. I know they got sodium, but I'll still eat them. I might supposed to have had that today. I can't remember what I was supposed to have for lunch today. Maybe I'll go in there and get it after we do that. Listen, I ain't even got close to finish my coffee. This here Ember mug keeps it hot where you can't slurp it up. Oh my Louise, that's pitiful. What did you finally do with it? Or you don't have to say if you don't want to, but yes, you had to put it out its misery. You have a choice because that's pitiful. You can't just let an animal just do that. Okay, so Jackie says her sister says WW is so expensive because you got to buy a food scale, measuring spoons, measuring cups, air fryer, crock pot, weight scale. They're helpful, but you don't have to have. No, you don't have to have a crock pot or air fryer. That's it. Don't matter if you're on Weight Watchers or not. If you want those for cooking, and surely you already have measuring spoons and measuring cups if you cook it all. So really, a little food scale, $10. That's not much, and a set of scales to weigh yourself on. No, you don't. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Kathy, Joan says that powder has gums in it, which she tries to avoid, and it's whey protein isolate, not just whey protein. So not as pure, but otherwise it doesn't look too bad. Lori's got to go to the post office. Oh, you gonna listen in the car? Yes, chicken's on the loose. I was dying laughing coming down the road. That little black chicken was in them pine needles just a pecking, just going around just pecking, just pecking. I'm like, bless his heart. I hope he finds his way home. her way home. She was not a rooster. She was a hen. La, there's recipes with Roy. Popping in for a minute. What you doing today, Roy? Oh, listen, the thing about going live on Fridays is I've normally talked about everything I did for the week on Thursday before on my weigh-in video. So then between Thursday and Friday, nothing new has happened to me. So that's why I have a hard time thinking of stuff to say if y'all don't ask me questions or give me a topic or something like that. Our token dude. We got a token dude named Ralph. He sits in the back and listens. Don't he, Lori? Lori's husband, Ralph, is my birthday twin. Exact same month, day, and year. Yep, he does listen. I know he does. Hey, Ralph. You know, our birthday's not on Friday this year. I think it's on Saturday. I think. Yes. Everybody say hey to Ralph. Oh, that's what I want to do, Terry. I want to take a nap. I feel like my eyes are saying that too. Louise, no, it does not. You just get a number up there on the screen. That's all. Now, if you do a Facebook Live, it shows you who comes in, but not here. So anybody could be back there just sitting and listening and not talking. I never know who they were. No, my birthday is in July. Oh, I was born at 503. So he's older than me. Old man. Louis says, hey to everybody sitting back there. Hey to the people in the back. Listen, at the movies, I have to kind of sit. I can't sit in the front because I can't see like this. I can't, and my eyes just like, no. I have to be middle or further back to see properly in a movie. Yes, you're needed, Roy. Do a roll call. Listen, a lot of people just don't want you to know they're here for whatever reason. Oh, you're going to Chicago 30s, 40s, and 50s. Can it not make up its mind? Is the 30s going to be the high or the low? Lows, okay. Louise wants to know what state everybody's from. Y'all know North Carolina in the house. Tennessee. You'll never find out, Louise. I'm telling you right now. Michigan, Georgia, Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, California. Louise says, fess up, she sees you. Minnesota. We're all over the place. I love it. Okay, my coffee turned off. Just like that. Massachusetts. Missouri. Well, it's just 30 now. Listen, look, I said, it kept my coffee so hot, that's why you couldn't slurp it down. All of a sudden, it just dies, and the coffee's getting cold. West of Atlanta. They have two terminals, or no, they may have more terminals than two in Atlanta. But one of them he goes to, they call West Atlanta. So I don't know how close that is to you, but that's what they call it. Another Michigan. I got my big old tea. I'm telling you, Louise, you ain't gonna get them to talk. They're in the shadows. What, Terry? How many hours does what? I bet you're gonna say, does David work? Yeah, I mean, he drives. I think it. He can drive. I believe he can drive 10. He drives somewhere between 8 and 10. That's all I know. No, Kathy, there's a little boy missing named Sebastian. Oh, I'm like, what are you spitting your drink out, Louise? I missed it. Yeah, tell Roy what the name of it is. He likes that stuff. Hendersonville, Tennessee. Is that near you, Lou? How old is he? And how long has he been missing? David watches that stuff. He's not like obsessed with it. He watches more car stuff than he does that, but he likes to turn over to his crime shows too. Sunday used to be crime day until it got race season. Now it's the race. I could not do all that with that daggum baby strapped to my chest, John. No. 15 autistic, been missing since late February. Oh my gosh. That's awful. I hope there ain't no foul play involved. Joan is a slacker. She don't do nothing. She don't do squat. Louise, Joan, I did it from the time I was 33 to 60. I raised 12 from the age of 1 to 12. Did you have 12 youngins, or are you raising somebody else's youngins? Are you a foster mom? Something's off, Lou. 3 families. Oh, I see what you're saying. You kept kids like John kept kids. That's what you're saying. Keeps kids. Listen, if they find out that little boy's parents did it, jail ain't good enough. I'm sorry. No, jail's too good, I should say. Yeah, Roy, you're probably right. They don't want to be strapped down to the special needs of the child. Oh, that's sweet. They still come see you, Louise.
Message.
Means you must not have been too mean to them. Very ordinary lives. Here is, I don't know if it's in the light. Hold on. That's the picture Joan sent. There, I think you can see it. That baby strapped to her chest. I'm afraid. Can you see it without the? Is it glaring? Can y'all see it? That's the little screaming Mimi. Well, we're not planning it yet because I'm not sure about David's wrist and stuff like that. So we haven't planned it yet because I don't know what he's going to do about his wrist. If he's going to do it, if he's not going to do it, I don't really know. Listen, it's cuter than one of them crying pictures. I'll tell you that much. I just couldn't do all that stuff with that baby strapped to my chest. He looks big too. He ain't no little infant. He's a big boy. That's too much. Of course, if Sebastian come to me right now and wanted to be strapped to my chest, I'd find something. You know, I'll do whatever my baby wants. Listen, I'll do that around. I got one of those rollators, and when Jacob was younger, he would get it out, and I would put him on it, and we'd walk around the kitchen and everywhere. Oh, he loved it. He loved it. I got it put up now because I don't need it, so it was just in my way. Ain't they got big Lou? Golly. Okay, Roy's got to go. He says he's doing live tomorrow at 2. Louise says with her big butt, her walker could hold. Louise, stop it. Hey, Gina. Doug's butt. Louise says like a dual stroller. You gotta stop. They don't make no walkers that wide for 2 youngins. Use it like a microphone. Sebastian used to take my regular walker before I got the rollator and use it like a shooting. The little things that would clamp the close it up, he would use them as a shooting thing. He'd walk around shooting things. That was he called it his shooter thing. I think is what he called it, his shooter thing. Kids have such imaginations. Jacob has a wild imagination at 2 years old. He can just play by himself and pretend. Oh my gosh, he loves to pretend to fix cars. He gets bolts and all this. Oh yeah, big stuff. Really, Louise? And you know, I never sat on mine. I used it, but I never one time used it and sat on it. Isn't that weird? Amazon has everything. Listen, we were talking earlier, and I said, now that my knees are doing good, my back is speaking up, saying, remember me? I'm still here. And so it's hurting. It's hurting all the time. And it affects my walking. My knees can keep up, but my back can't. Oh, are they, Louise? I put it on conservative. Oh, T. The ads on this video, Louise, is that what you're talking about? They gonna put ads on it. That's their thing now. We can't control it. And it says let YouTube control the in video ads, whatever they call them. And you get to pick. I pick conservative, so it'll show the least amount. Now there's some other setting where you can pick it, but I don't understand all that gobbledygook. So I just let YouTube handle it. Yes, when he's home all the time, you can't get nothing and just put it up. That sucks, Lou. Oh, Louise is making sun tea today. Wasn't he cute on that tractor, Kathy? Yeah, it sucks big. Oh, and you know what? It's wrong. I need to put a battery in it, so don't even look at that for the time. I don't know. How does that look like? How does that look like uploading? Because it's got the circle. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, it wasn't going nowhere, Louise. If it was, I wouldn't have let him up there. David wouldn't have let him up there. It was going to sit still. He couldn't get it turned on. That's fun here. Load your app. Listen, I feel like I need to get in here and reorganize, but as messy it is, everything's got a place, and I like the place that everything's in. So I don't really know what to do. I want to reorganize my kitchen, but my kitchen is like I like it. Everything's got a place, and I like the place that it's in. So I don't know. I'm just in the reorganizing mood, and I ain't got nothing to reorganize. I select. I will put them in manually, and then just never put them in. Oh, you can do that, Joan? Oh, well, I'll do that next time. Lord, if that tractor took off, I can't run, but you'd see me run that day. 4 going at one time. Ooh, y'all was big drinkers. Yeah, it was nice having him, Joanne. Louise chases him rolling kids. Listen, my mama, she always had glasses like this, big old glasses. So the ones I have in there, I found at the thrift stores just because it made me think of my mom. And David drinks a lot when he eats because he has a thing down here in his stomach where his food will get stuck. And if he don't drink a lot of drink when he eats to wash it down, it'll get stuck. And then he has a bad experience, just put it that way. So I got big glasses for him too. Well, I like them. This is one of my favorites. We had this exact style, but it was smaller when I was little, and so I like it. one in the little tight car and one on top, and take off down the hill in the yard. Had to be boys. They don't have no fear. They just don't have no fear. They're trusting. Everything's gonna turn out fine. They don't see the fear in it. They don't see anything. Lord have mercy, y'all. It's 2:30. 2:30. We chatted for an hour and a half about nothing. We did. We chatted about stuff, didn't we? We eventually got it going. Oh my gosh, that wind's blowing so hard it's making my windows make noise. Well, I hope y'all didn't see the back of my head where I ain't combed it. You ain't gonna get them shadow people, Louise. I don't care what you try. Them shadow peoples is staying shadow peoples. We still love you though. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about or ask me before we go? I feel like nobody has anything to ask me because I'm such an open book. I tell everything on my videos. So there's really nothing new to know about me. Is there anything you want to know about me that you don't know? Within reason. We were supposed to get them yesterday with a thunderstorm and all that. We didn't get nothing, just a little bit of drizzle and rain. There was some winds that come through. Lou says, "Why are you so awesome?" Well, Lou, it's like this. Here, let me get the dust off. When I seen that at the Dollar Tree, oh, I've had that thing for several years now. It sits on your desk like a name place, and when I seen that, I'm like, I got to get that. That's why y'all, it stays and y'all always see it in my videos when I film in here. Oh, you ain't gonna get sunshines on your day off. That would work too well. Wouldn't that be fun, Terry? Listen. Y'all know my neighbor situation. I ain't got none that have nothing to do with this. Nothing. There's not a neighbor I could go to if I was in need. Not one single solitary neighbor. Unless I went behind me and I had to walk up the road because I know them. But we don't socialize with them, so that would still be out of the, Joan says her kids had one of them little Tykes roller coasters. And the house we were in before had a hill in the backyard. They used to put the track part down the hill and fly down. Made me crazy. I did, Kathy. I did hear that. And y'all can say what you want. You can call me any name in the book. But I'm not prone to getting upset about that. Yes, we could sit on my front porch and watch the cars go by. If it ain't Joan, they miss a prime. I was telling David about that this morning, fussing about it. He said, well, he had a good attorney. I said, he sure did. That was wrong. Y'all say what you want about me, but that was wrong. He them two victims got no justice. No justice. Didn't he though? Holy crap. And you know what else I was telling David? He still had girls, women, flinging themselves at him. Are you telling me you are so desperate you are going to want to be with a man accused of murder as your boyfriend? Are you serious? And so that got us on the subject of these women who go for the men in jail, you know, and he said even Richard Ramirez got married in jail. Can you even imagine? Oh my gosh. That's right, Kathy. He gonna have to, Joanne. Oh, Lori's gonna have a Zoom call with her dietitian. I didn't watch the trial, Lou, so I don't know what kind of look he had. What kind of look did he have? Was he shocked? Some girls get a thrill. That is not a thrill to me. That is just like that. What kind of thrill do you get wanting to be with a man that 100% killed people, admitted it? He's in the jail for the rest of his life. He's on death row, and that excites you? You are missing something, honey. You are missing something. Was it shock? Because he knew he did it. That's why. Yeah, they missing self-esteem. Golly, Pete. Like he was about to puke. Listen, because he was knowing that he got off scot-free. I tell you. I tell you. I'll admit, Jackie, I've had low self-esteem in my life. And I've done things I wish I had never done, but I sure never lusted after no jailbird. I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just telling you. I ain't. The the sadness of thinking you can't do no better than a murderer in jail. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. Well, he probably feels safe to say it now that OJ's dead. Don't you think? Lou, no way. You can have him. But like I said on my video yesterday, you can't have my man. Sometimes I think I'd give him away. But like I said, he might come back worse. So I'm going to keep what I got. That's right, Louise. A lot of women don't have anybody in their life to reassure them that they are worthy, that they are somebody. And a lot of that self esteem comes from not having a proper father figure. And I didn't. So that's where a lot of mine, um, that song Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. I think a lot of that when you don't have, like Holly has her daddy, and she don't have these self-esteem issues. Well, I mean, I think everybody, even with a good self-esteem, has, you know, doubts and things about themselves. Am I doing this okay, or whatever? But she has a good daddy, and he's been in her life from day one. He's never left her life. We've always been together, That's what she knows. She knows she has a daddy who loves her and will do anything under the shining sun for her. I did not have that. Therefore, I think I was looking for that. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I guess part of these women, I mean, if we get down to the brass tacks of it, that's probably a lot of their problems. They didn't have a father figure. They had nobody to model to them what a relationship would be. So, yeah. Yeah, looking for what they're missing inside. They sure are, Joanne. Oh my gosh. They love to tear women down. There's plenty of them out there. I am so thankful I don't have one of those. Of course, if he was, I wouldn't be with him. But there's a lot of women who are married, not even just the jailbird kind, just married to regular dudes, and the dudes turn out to be these womanizers and men that tear them down, and they've been tore down to the point to where they don't have it in them to leave. So it's just sad. I don't know where I got my. One day I just developed my um, moxie, I guess, because I used to be very kind of. I'm trying to think of the word. I wasn't very bold. I just like, okay, whatever, if that's what you think, you know. And then one day, this phoenix arose from the ashes, and I got this attitude of don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And I don't know if it came from having RJ, the mama bear in me came out. Somewhere along the line, I grew strong. But then I've seen that thing that says strong women raise strong women. And I was raised by a strong woman. And I'm strong. And I raised a strong woman in Holly. So there's that. Right. Equal in human dignity. Or we should be. Put it that way. We sure should be. We are, but it should be shown. You'll be sure I will not watch any ugly in public either. What you mean? Listen, y'all know I don't eat on camera, but I ain't had my lunch, and we've sat here for a while. So I'm gonna eat this here Quest cookie. I've had it forever. I've still got several more in there. There's a protein cookie. It's got oh, if I can get it open. It ain't got but 5 grams of protein. Whatever. Good for you, Louise. Louise says she watched the guy beat on his wife in Walmart, so she ran into him with her scooter. Good for you. Listen, I made the mistake of doing that to Uncle Eddie across the street. If y'all are new, there was this piece of trash that I just called Uncle Eddie because of Uncle Eddie on the Vacation Christmas movie, and they were over there hollering and screaming. He was very abusive, and it sounded like he was beating the snot out of her. And I hollered. I was out in the front yard doing something in my flowers. Back then, I had some flowers, and I hollered over there. If they didn't stop, I was going to call the police. That girl came out on the road, cussed me from one end of this town to the other, telling me to mind my business. I said, okay, honey, let me just tell you. He can beat you and drag you in the middle of the road, and I am not going to call the law for you. So, you don't always get thanked for trying to help somebody. I think they're good, Kathy. I don't mind them at all. You don't want no asthma from me. What's that? And then when he ran, I narrated his escape as they caught him. Oh my gosh. And the sad part is, they probably tried to charge him, and she said no. She didn't take you to Walmart for a while. Why? She didn't want you to have to fight nobody else. Or was she embarrassed? Look, I took one little bite of food and my belly's making all kind of racket. She told your husband on you. What did he say? He just shook his head because he knew he wasn't shocked. Mm. This is what it looks like. I'm going backwards on this. It's supposed to have sprinkles on it, but there, I can't. I am backwards in this camera and it drives me nuts. There, you see how many sprinkles you get? It's very vanilla. I think vanilla flavored, maybe not, maybe something else. I don't know, but it's cakey. It's not hard. Mine ain't neither, Louise, and it's gonna get me in trouble. My mouth is gonna write a check my butt can't cash. You hear what I'm saying? Cause I will speak under my breath when I see things in public. And sometimes I know it was louder than I meant it to be. So, do you get mad at the cashiers? Oh. Okay, I just about can't sit here. We've been on here almost 2 hours. I got to go, y'all. I know I got things to do. I don't know what. Well, there's plenty I can do. I don't want to do none of it. What a pain. Let me think. Oh, the new recipe. Um, something baked ziti, but I had to use rotini because they didn't have whole wheat in the ziti, but they did in the rotini. It's something. Hold on, I'll tell you. Here's my working book. Oh, one skillet rotini. So that ought to be easy. I'll probably record it. I've got to where it don't bother me. I prefer white pasta, but whole wheat don't bother me. You too, Kathy. Well, you know what, Terry, I have it recorded and uploaded, but I'm thinking because it's such a short recipe, I might put it with this one and make it a 2 recipe video. That's what I'm thinking. You too, Joanne. Bye-bye. Okay, we're getting off of here. You think so, Terry? I think so. Two recipes for the price of one. Okay, I'm getting off of here for real. I'm getting off. I can't believe I've been sitting here that long. My butt needs a break, and my back does too. So, good seeing everybody. Louise has got to pee. So, we shall sign off. Later, Gator. Okay, everybody, I'm going by. You too, Terry. I'll be talking to you. You want to do Simply Feeling, let me know. Okay, all right. I'm leaving. Bye-bye now.